Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2. It's going to be Serral and Classic here on Persephone. Top left it is Serral, bottom left it is Classic. Two of the best players in the world right now. They are both playing extraordinarily well. As you already know, if you follow the StarCraft 2 professional scene, extractor tricking is our guy Serral for a 15 hatch. Just to make sure it's early enough to not get pro-blocked, Classic is going to do a 1-gate expand, because it is safe and economical, and happy Sunday. Welcome to StarCraft 2 by Falcon Paladin. Did you know there's merch at falconpaladin.store with Terry the Overlord's face on it? Did you know that? And also Robert the Zealot's face as well. So check it out if you want StarCraft merch. Alright, so there you go. 16 hatch with an extractor trick. I don't know what the difference is between a 15 hatch and a 16 hatch with an extractor trick. I guess it's just a little bit later, but whatever. Whatever floats your boat here, Serral. Floats your boat? I don't know. So it is Persephone. We have Healing Shrine over here that can heal your stuff. But I've not cast a game where somebody does that. So we will see if somebody takes advantage of that. Haven't cast a game on Persephone in a while, but this is from the Esports World Cup. So the replay is a couple of weeks old, but it is still current. Yeah, so let's go ahead and see what's going on here. We've got a gate, again, expand here from our guy Classic. You know Protoss build orders by this point. And, yeah, have you seen Fantastic Four? I haven't, but the box office receipts for the second week are not looking good. So, I don't know, man. Maybe the Fantastic Four is just a cursed franchise. Maybe people are like, meh, MCU, other than Deadpool, is bad right now. We will see. We will see indeed. Second gas, pylon, cybernetics core. Everything's coming up according to plan here from Classic. And are we going to see carriers? Are we going to see carriers here from Classic? I think we will, because this is a lot of dead airspace. And look at this. Look at this speed zone here. You can just speed units up that way. Carriers included. Checking for a third is the probe. These lings say, hey, stop checking for a third. Get out of here. This is our half of the map. No Protoss allowed. And the probe says, you don't have speed yet. You can't tell me what to do. And the lings are like, you're being so unfair right now. Speed's on the way. And the probe says, that's not the same as speed being done. And then third hatch at 2 minutes and 43 seconds. Everything is A-OK here from Serral, and a Stargate opening. Stargate. So now we see the diversion, right? Everything in the first 3 minutes here is just by the book. Well, pretty much by the book, except for the extractor trick and then 16 hatch. But other than that, everything is by the book, huh? Stargate, scouting with adepts. And now, how many oracles do you want to make? Do you want to do Blink? Do you want to do Resonating Glaives? Do you want to do Charge as your first upgrade? Here from Classic, Serral, do you want a Roach Warren? Do you want to throw down a Hydrodan? Do you want a Fast Lair? The world is your oyster at this point. So we will see what choices these two players make. Zap, zap. Nice. Evolution block here. Excellent job there. So again, everything is standard so far. And Twilight Council? Is there a Robo? What are we going to do here, Classic? The Oracle has 0 kills because, look, it's a Spore and a Queen. Ha! So easy to rebuff Oracles as Zerg, isn't it? Third Nexus. Okay, so third Nexus before he decides what he is going to do here. Come on. Come on, second tech choice. Second tech choice. There we go. Twilight Council. And, okay, so there are 2 Adepts here, but still Serral chooses to try and kill the Adepts. Warping in 2 more Adepts here. Excellently positioned. And can we kill them? I think we can. All right, Serral not being chased away by Adepts at the third base. There's not an Oracle here, but yeah, Oracle was killing 4 drones back in the main base here. But can we force a cancel? No, but we can take HP off of it, so it's easier to take down later. Okay, very good. I like it. Another evolution chamber. The first one got canceled. So Evo chamber, spores coming up, just lings all over the place, +1 attack for those lings. Blink is the first upgrade of choice here from our guy, Classic. Interesting choice. I would have not said blink here. So look, shields almost down. But they will return. They will recharge. Fourth base at the top right here of Persephone is Serral. We've got 2 kills from this Oracle. Queen's chasing it off, saying, hey, get out of here. Rebuff, rebuff. I say rebuff you. Templar Archives on the way. All right, kids. Everything's looking fine. Everything's looking fancy. Roach Warren coming in. Against Blinkstalkers, not a huge fan of the roaches unless the roaches are used for Ravagers. Falcon has this same rant pretty much all the time. You guys know the drill here. Serral knows the deal. So Lings, no, you're gonna force the beam to come on. Yeah, the Oracle. The Oracle's threatening it. Shield Battery helps keep those probes alive a little bit longer than normal. Fifth base is coming in scouted by Classic here too. So looking good here at 6 minutes and 11 seconds from both players. Everything's fine. Nothing is ruined. We've got that. We've got that. We've got Lings sharking around. Not finding much damage here. Not going to be able to finish off that third base all that quickly. Maybe a base here too. Creep Tumor leaving space for it. Second Creep Tumor there. Also leaving space for it. Baneling Nest. Hydra Den. There we go. So Serral making a Hydra Den. Roachborn I think was just for safety. Baneling Nest coming in too. So Hydraling Bane seems to be the mid-game comp here from Serral. Let's see if he gets Vipers. Let's see if he gets maybe something like Ultralisks, which we don't see very much, especially in this matchup. Lings get a probe in exchange for a couple Lings down. Did force the Oracle to use the Pulsar Beam. Couple probes die. Acceptable losses. Finally, Blink finishes. Not being Cardo Boost all that much. So, I mean, fourth base coming in from Classic. Fifth base done from Serral. Sixth base maybe coming in from Serral as the music swells. Missile attack upgrade coming in. +1 attacks already done for Classic for his ground units. Lings swinging down the left side. We are setting up for one heck of a PvZ here for your Sunday. Hit that like button if you're excited for it, as you very well it should be. One heck of a game coming in. Faster Hydra speed on the way. Muscular augments. We've got an infestation pit coming in here too. Can he see that? He cannot. The revelation does not let him see it. Adepts try to get something done here at the fifth base and then try to go into the third base and die because Serral's on top of that too. So not a lot of damage on both sides, right? 5 drones, 3 probes, 7 adepts, 21 lings. Here we go. Hydra, Ling, Bane. Oracle dies, but the stasis does catch 4 Hydras. That's a trade I think Serral will take. Got cannons, got shield batteries, got pylons, got ye old charge on the way. Second Stargate. What did I tell ya? Potentially, there's the fleet beacon too. So this is Classic moving into Classic Stargate stuff. Late game against Zerg. We're 8 minutes in, but you got 4 bases. It's effectively late game. Baneling's coming up in the bottom right. They're going to maybe try to go for an attack into that third. We'll see if they get there or not. We've got a rocks situation. Zappity zap zap zap. Oh, Dropper Lords coming down the left side. Speed just now kicking in. That's very funny. Okay, he might distract here and then go for the drop inside the main. I don't think Classic has any vision on this left side at all. Nothing to see this drop coming. So if he pulls everything back to the main to deal with it, then this is going to be left wide open, except for some cannons. Oh, look at this. Triple pronged attack. Banelings storming the Banelings, getting almost nothing done. Beautiful defense. And then the drop of the main base. Here comes the unload. One cannon, not enough to save the day. Just unloading enough to kill that cannon. And then Banelings charging into the fourth base. Probes getting pulled. Psystorm's good. Archon's good. Banelings going back. Hydra standing and fighting. More Storms trying to catch everything here. Banelings just not getting much done here. Lings inside the natural base, killing a bunch of probes. Also taking down some Stalkers, getting a surround on there. The attack at the fourth base is continuing. The Banelings are not just getting much done, but the Hydras seem to persist for now. Are we out of Storms at this point? It appears we might be out of Storm, as yes, we are. The Hydras might be able to get this Nexus, but they fall back, wait for some more Lings, for more Banelings, but 33 probes have died. 33. It's 90 to 69 army supply, 84 to 58 workers. It is a massive income advantage for Serral right now. The triple-pronged attack into the third base, fourth base, and the main base, and into the natural base after that. A quadruple-pronged attack for you. Archons are willing to eat these Banelings left and right, sirs. Psystorm eating the Banelings too, rendering them utterly useless here. Are there enough Hydras remaining? Archons are going down, but some charge lots show up. Hydras unsupported, not happy about that. Charge lots into the 5th base, causing all sorts of problems there. 2 Lings and Banes need to engage. They are not Adrenal Lings, but I guess they've got +1 attack, so hey, with some Queen support, we can make it work. Excellent stuff there. Another drop attempt, Baneling drop attempt here into the 3rd. While we're at it, these guys are going crazy right now. They're going ham and bow, 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 bow. 1 more, 15 more probes die. 47 probes have died, 86 to 58 workers. Serral is up. Serral is up big time. Serral is up, perhaps insurmountably up. Okay, Lurker Den on the way. Lings running around. Adrenals on the way for those guys. 30 more Lings in production. He has murdered Classic's economy to the point that he is absolutely displeased. I'm sure Classic is seething right now, as any Zerg player would be seething too if they just had that many workers die. Woo, so Cannon's no match for these Lings with, you know, all the power of a +1 melee attack, and no Adrenal yet. It's on the way. It takes a minute. Might Baneling these guys. Yep, we're going to Baneling some of these guys. Come back in a little bit later. Overseer comes in. Contaminate on a shield upgrade, getting researched at the Forge. He sees the fleet beacon, but doesn't see any carriers. He says, I don't see any carriers here. Look at the Speedlings in the speed zone. Look at the Banelings in the speed zone. Woo, Lings! Zealots come over. We try to hide the Banes away. Adrenal, letting Adrenal finish before this attack would be nice, but at the same time, that allows Classic to get more defenses up this way. More stasises all the time. Stasis, if it catches a few Lings or a couple Banelings in it, it's definitely worth it. New base coming in for Serral. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a 6th base for him. Maybe expanding over this way too. Lot of places to expand here on Persephone. Overseer continuing to scout around. It shouldn't be worried about an Archon too much because you can fly and it cannot. Lings, Renal finishing in 13 seconds. He, you know, baits some storms out, dodges them fairly ably. Nidus Network coming in. Spire on the way. Ooh, Seismic Spines, Lurker Hydra, Ling Bane. Adrenal's done. The Lings decide to sort of engage there. Lurker Spines, as long as they're getting damage off, everything looks good. More storms. Blanketing everything here. Lurker's moving up just a little bit, burrowing in, getting taken down by Archons, as is tradition here. Lurker Spines causing all sorts of problems right now. Doesn't want to engage. Classic doesn't like what he sees here whatsoever. There's a bit of a counterattack, something. Maybe something will happen there. I don't know. Are these Banelings still over here? Do they fall back somewhere else? Taking the gold base on the right side is Serral, by the way. Classic has not really been able to move out across the map at all for the last, I don't know, 10 minutes of the game. One Zealot attack into the 4th base, 5th base, but it got shut down. Nidus coming up on the right side bottom here. That's what the Nidus Network was for. Carriers are now in production. So now we get 2 carriers coming in, 2 gate at a time. Greater Spire getting pushed up by Serral here too at 13 minutes. No, 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 really. You're just going to... Okay, probes die. Cancel Nexus. Nidus inside the main. Immediate warp in of some Zealots to hack that thing down. That should be enough to shut it down, especially if they've got attack upgrades. They got the +2. And the Nidus is going to die before it erupts. Wonderful stuff. Lurkers come out of the Nidus. Burrow in. Spine, 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 spine. It takes more than a couple storms to kill a Lurker, friend. Especially if they're unburrowing and dodging because of the adaptive talents. Lings try to cancel that Nexus. I don't know if there's a Nexus coming up, but it's not there now, so maybe it got canceled. Zealots charging in, but you're not getting this right side hatchery, sir. There are +2 Cracklings now, and Zealots are kind of losing their time. Once the Adrenalings come out, their effectiveness wears off immensely. Lurking through the rocks to get an additional attack path to burrow here. Like that. This base is coming up once again undefended. Like 10 Lings could come kill this easily. Carriers show up and the Lurkers evacuate into the Nidus. That's why the Nidus is good. It's good for offense and good for defense. Really nice. Dude, this base is undefended as AF. Wait, that doesn't make any sense. Anyway, Lings come in, take down an Archon. Pop! Banelings on Zealots. Lurkers. The army comes back to defend it. They were not ready. They were ready to defend it. You were not ready for them to defend it. Another knight is coming up on the right side of the map. Serral just feels like he's picking Classic apart, but look at this, 80 to 87 workers. Serral still has an advantage, but Classic's done a good job replacing the probes. Chrono Boost is good, is the message. of this game. Tempests are on the way. A mothership is getting produced here too at the natural base. But look at how many bases. I mean, Serral could take this one. The gold base has not really been providing value for him, but it exists. I love that 2 carriers show up and the lurkers are like, yeah, this is not for us, probably. Probably unload here, come down again. Nope, 2 more carriers are over here too, though. So maybe not lurkers, maybe corruptors. Yes, corruptors are on the way. Zealots again trying to take this base down, but they're just kind of throwing their lives away. There's been defense here from Serral every time. Spines coming in. Lurkers here. Cracklings in position to defend if necessary. Tectonic Destabilizers on the way for the Tempest. They do bonus versus armored. Another Nidus coming down the right side. As soon as these Zealots are gone, look at them go. Look at him go. Once again, they know there are lurkers here, but if they target down a couple of the drones, they can handle it? Okay, well. 3 drones died for like 3 zealots. Not the kind of trade that you're interested in. More zealots dying. And once again, lurker pressure the right side. Wait for a couple carriers to show up, and the lurkers will run for their lives. More corruptors being added. Serral's maxed out, so we can't like make 20 corruptors, but he's got 10 of them with 1 more on the way. Ah, this is the position, but oh, Mass Archon carrier, absolutely not. Losing a couple lurkers on the retreat. This lurker's got 4 kills. This is another Nidus coming up on the right side. Attack down the left side. Mothership here could pop cloaking, and there she does, but there's an Overseer here. But the recall's maybe more important. Yes, the recall is eminently more important as Classic keeps sending attacks back over and over and over again here. Second Spire is on the way. We've got a bunch of 5 drones on this 1 mineral patch. Could probably move them to the gold and everything would be fine. Is Classic finally moving out? Dude, Classic just handled about, 52 probes dying and just is fine. At 16 minutes, he doesn't have as much of a bank as Serral does, but he's got a big scary army. His economy's back. He's on 5 bases. Couldn't be happier about it. He's going to try to swing up this left side. Bam, bam, ba bam, bam, ba bam. Spores going down to the Tectonic Destabilizers. Handful of Lings come in, but not enough to handle that at all. Psystorm on the lurkers. Tempest going after this hatch. Might as well. If there's enough of them, they're hitting hard enough. That's going to be a problem. I love these 2 zealots so much. They're just, you know you're not getting anything done over here. Why do you keep sending zealots to this base? Especially 2 zealots. There are 2 Sunkens. Like, Sunkens are good enough to handle 2 zealots. Good grief. Air weapons on the way from Classic. We've got more spores coming in. Tectonic Destabilizers kind of makes it worth less. The spores aren't as good. That's the whole point Tectonic Destabilizers were introduced into the game, is because spore forests were impossible for Protoss to handle. Alright, these zealots don't die immediately to the attack incoming here. This army is ready to rock. Ready to shut down the gold base immediately. Couple lurkers planted here. More lurkers come over and try to assist. Where are the corruptors with all this sky toss? Hatch down. Lurkers come out. Nidus assault the bottom left 5th base. Hatch down. Recall up. Shut it down. Protoss can be everywhere on the map if they choose to be. It's really, really good. Replacing this hatch immediately. Still not taking this base, Serral. Not sure why he wouldn't be doing it. Infestors coming in. More corruptors being added on. Classic is very idealistically maybe trying to expand down this way. I don't know where else he's supposed to go. Maybe here. There we go. Maybe here. Maybe here. But dealing with this army is going to be really tough for Serral. Corruptors are going to get eaten by the Psystorm and the Archons. Nothing else is very good against the carriers. It's a good comp. Oh, the lurkers are just in and out and everywhere here. Maybe reburrow down here. Yes, indeed. Army coming to make sure this gold base isn't back. It's coming back. It might be worth shutting down. Recall into the mid. Pow! What a move. Oh, what a move. Threatening right side. Recalling into the main base. I feel like this is the second time I've seen Classic do this. But it's a pretty solid move nevertheless. Lurkers threatening this 3rd base as much as they can. Main base of Serral is being ravaged. The hive is gone. The spawning pool, infestation pit, lurker den is going to die. He just can't engage with that army. He's got 25 corruptors and he's like, nope, can't do it. Archons are too good. Finally, something that flies shows up and the lurkers retreat. a guy makes it out with, like, no hit points. The main base of Serral is done. Abducting and sniping. That's the best bet here. Abduct, snipe. Abduct, snipe. These guys are kind of trapped in here right now. Oh, this really reminds me of a game I've cast recently. Just Protoss sending that mothership into the main base and going for the recall, and then just kind of locking the Zerg out of their own main and killing it, but then also kind of getting trapped in there too. They can't be too pleased about what's going on. Their armies, unless they can recall out of there, I'm not sure how they're getting out. They got to come down that ramp, or again, it's got to be a recall is what it's got to be. Corruptor's chasing a couple Tempests down in the middle of the map. Tempests are fast, man. Do they need to be this fast? I'm going to go with they didn't need to be this fast. Corruptors should have pulled back a minute ago. Once again, Zealots into this base. Just, well, I guess this time they're going to get a couple drone kills. Maybe not. All right, come down the ramp. It'll be fine. The water's delicious. Says Classic as the natural base of Serral gets murdered here too. Bottom right not happening for Classic. But look, the Greater Spire's dead. Roach Warren, Evolution Chamber, expired extractors don't really matter. Zealots coming up the top right into a base that's largely mined out. The drones just burrow and wait for somebody to handle the problem. Both players are maxed out. Both players have similar banks. And for Classic to recover from the position he was in, it just goes to show how good he is. How good he is at StarCraft. Finally, a new base, and then Cracklings find it. Kind of ruined the whole darn thing, but cannons come up in time to save the day. That hatch, no. Abducting a carrier, abducting a Tempest, snipe, 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 snipe. Yeah, every abduct is a death sentence, and if it's just Archons left, then these Broodlords are going to eat, and there's the recall out, and Carrier does not die on the recall. Insane. Is that another? No, he recalled them down here. Now he's going to come up the right side and kill this gold base. Dude, Classic. Yeah, absolute madman. I cannot be helped but be insanely impressed by what you're pulling off here today. Another hatch down. This base comes up. The bottom right base technically sort of belongs to Serral. It's going to be Classic could expand there in a second if he just takes care of a single Nidus. Yeah, this base mining out. This base really mining out. This base is mined out, and this base is also mined out. We're at 21 minutes here. This game got started very macro-orientedly. And here we go. Corruptor Ball looking big. It is 23 Corruptors. They've got +2 Flyer Carapace and +1 attack. They're working on +2 Flyer attack. It's 3, 3, 3, 1 for air armor across the board here from Classic. Nice revelation. Oracles just get so much value. That's a killed hatch on the right side. So much value from Oracles, man. Late game Protoss. Just a good unit. It's kind of like Zerglings, right? Zerglings get value pretty much throughout the entire game. Trying to retake this right side gold base again for about the 4th time. This Stalker doesn't know it, but it's dead. Trying to retake the base, can defend it. There we go, coming around on the backside. Time Warp gets tossed up. Cloaking Shield is here. Falling back more for defensive purposes, perhaps. I think it was going for it, but yeah, army value, 136 to 133. Protoss getting a lot more value out of their army than the Zerg player is. Just the nature of the beast. And the Zerg player is supposed to be able to maybe do an attack, kill most of the Protoss army, and then remax and come through and win, but that's not really in the cards here, is it? I don't see that capability. 3 more carriers being produced. Neural Parasite coming in. A new hive. That +2 attack for Flyers is finishing up from Serral eventually. Yeah, see, the Oracle can get kills. It can toss down Revelation. It can throw down Stasises, which all have value through the entire game. It's even got 9 kills of its own. Look at this guy go. Look at him move. So it's all about resources on this map. This base is hugely important. This base is hugely important for Serral. He needs both if he's going to win this game. And even if he has both, I just don't see. Oh, that cannon. Oh, his cannon's coming up just in the absolute perfect time for this Ling attack. Yeah, the Lings don't have 3-3, mind you. It's 2-2s across the board. 2-2, 2-2, 2-2 for everything. Flying stuff, Hydras, Lings. All of it's 2-2 with no sign of 3-3 coming in from Serral. I don't know if that's intentional or if he forgot about the upgrades or his mind has just been occupied otherwise, which I can understand. New Greater Spire coming in. Neural Parasite finishing up soon. No, absolutely not. Spore. Absolutely not. Changelings. Look at all these changelings just wandering into this base. Like, let's mind out. There are some cannons here. Good. Great scouting, guys. You're incredible. Nidus attempted to come up here with the burrowed link providing the vision for it. Is Classic going to recognize? He's heading back this way like he recognizes there's a Nidus there. Just evacs the probes out and says, whatever. Let's push up. Tectonic attacks on the buildings. Good. Okay, Lings absorb a lot of the early damage, so the Lurkers can actually get some damage on. They do bonus versus armored, which counts for buildings. Lurkers defending that right side base. Nexus comes in. Are you going to recall on top of the Nexus to save it? I think the army's going to come down the regular way. But Lurkers, you know, taking the shields off the Nexus and getting out of there before they lose themselves for no reason. Dying there unnecessarily is something Serral cannot afford to do. Gold base saturated as much as he can. This base, are there any drones that could head there? It still's got resources that is natural because it died earlier. Classic sending Zealots in to die for absolutely no reason is a concern of Protoss players everywhere right now. Cannot be happy about that one. Stasis triggered by a couple Lings. That's a win if you are a Zerg player. So look, gold base, huge. The map is mirrored except for this gold base. So all the money getting sucked off this thing is massive. But not if the Protoss keeps killing it. Wow, really sticking himself in here. Parking himself in, trying to get the drones, targeting the hatchery. Gonna get it. There's Protoss is just, yeah, too much damage. Not close enough with the Zerg army there. Hatch down again. Hatch down again. Shwa. More drones dying. 47 to 57 workers. It is 37 drones that have died and 71 probes that have died in this game. Resources lost, 45,000 to 36,000. Serral has more resources lost. Normal when you're playing against somebody as good as Classic in the StarCraft 2. Drink some water there. Getting parched. This is one heck of a game. Changeling sniped. Yeah, it is the blistering August sun outside. It is 87 degrees at a 7:30 p.m. Must be summertime in northern Utah. Desert climate for the win. Ba-bam. Dry heat, at least. It's a dry heat, they say. Assimilation successful on Archon, I guess. That was fine. Suppose. Humidity. $84 degrees and 16% humidity. Meh. Yeah, it's a dry heat, like they say. Gold base back from Serral for what feels like the 6th time in this game. Could be wrong. Up the left side, your spores are saving you for now, sir. I just disagree. Nidus gonna come up. You have a recall available. 1 Zealot, 2 Zealots, a little bit late on the party. Gotta deal with those Zealots first. And then, there you go. And then the cannons will die to these Lurkers, man. If they had a +3 attack, that'd be really nice. He just jumps on the gold base again and absolutely murks it. 12 drones die, Hatch dies, and then he recalls into the base that's under attack, and bam, Nidus down, Lurkers escape. Yeah, Protoss being in 2 places at once on the map is always really handy. Dude, this mothership needs to be killed. It's just sitting here. The Corruptors need to wander over there and snipe it. It's an expensive unit. They're like, wait, what? It's over. Oh, it's escaping. Look how fast motherships are inside the speed zone. Oh, now it's out. Now it's out of the speed zone. Okay, retaking gold base again. 800 minerals on that mineral patch. Basically means by itself it's worth retaking a hatchery there. +3 flyer. Carapace is on the way. +3 fire attack is here. Nidus is maybe. Fungal, yeah. Fungal, yeah. Time warp, also, yeah. Chain fungaling. Feedback, Nidus. Oh, feedback, neural parasite. Tempest dies with the neural. Tempest getting hits off as well, though. Oh, the revelation is so helpful here, too. Finally wears off, and now Classic's in the dark about where the army is. Probes are going to try to steal some of the resources from this base. I love it. That is such a 4D chess move here from Classic. Just recognizing You know, these resources really matter for Serral. He needs them if he's going to win this game, and every bit that is taken is going to hurt him. Simple as. A couple zealots die. They decided to fight broodlings for some reason, and then I guess the broodlings are going to expire, so they come back around, get some free hits off, and run. Nope, backed into a corner, boys. It was nice fighting with you up the left side. And yeah, he's got a recall. So look, again, you can come over here, poke, force the Zerg army to respawn and then recall back the other way. But maybe we're just base racing? Question mark. At least we're base trading here. This one Tempest is like, I can stop this. The Corruptors say no. This hatch dies easily. Giant Protoss army versus one base. Giant Protoss army wins every time. This hatch is gonna die. This Nexus is gonna die. And if Serral goes down here, then Classic has no more money left. And there is income here for Serral. But again, the recall threat is always real. The ability to recall to this Nexus if it's under attack is a massive, massive ability that Classic has available to him. He knows it. And so does Serral. And Serral's like, I can't just go over here because he'll recall on top of it and defend it from across the map. Because Protoss are masters of space and time, it would seem. Boom. 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 Creep tumors are no match for the might of the Protoss Armada with +3 attack and +3 armor and +3 shields. Look at these lurkers escaping with the speed zone. Is anybody using the healing shrine? I just realized. I mean, like, somebody probably has used it. We've been over here enough. Wait, did they get rid of it? Did I assume there was a healing shrine over here and they totally got rid of it in exchange for, like, rocks? Or is the speed zone... Is it just another speed zone instead of a healing shrine? Wait. Go in it. No, I think it's just speed. Whatever. Zealot taking out this base. Serral's trying to retake that guy here at 32 minutes. Neural Parasite catching a few of the Tempest. Brethren, nice Microbial Shroud. Recalling out some of them, but if you're Neural Parasited, you don't get the recall because you're part of the Zerg army right now, buddy. Hey, Microbial Shroud came in. That does attach itself to a unit now. I really haven't seen that used all that much. But it would be very cool if it was. Another revelation. Bank for Serral looking good. 6,800 to 4,800. Classic 5,000 to 2,600. Zealots, hack it away. Another hatch is going to die. What do I say? Kill 10 hatches and redeem for 1 free win against Zerg. That's 10. We got our 10th, ladies and gentlemen. Another hatch killed. This base looks like it's in trouble as well. One lurker. Oh, especially with detection. The revelation killing that lurker. Serral sent some lurkers to defend there. Rebuilding that hatch. He's got the money for it. 6 more drones died, 30 to 30 workers, which is about where the players want it to be, I guess, although Serral is building more drones. Once he's got all of the gas and all of the minerals off this base, he can stop worrying about this part of the map and just focus on this one. Classic, catching some transferring drones. Go with Archons, one-shotting those guys. Zap, zap, zap. Remember when he wanted more drones than he had? Not anymore. Arkin himself here. Corruptors get a mothership and Caustic spray down this Nexus? Nope. They do not. We just send the Lings in to handle it. Depowering that pylon takes care of the cannons and the shield battery. Well, cannon and shield battery evac in the position. Nexus is going to go down. Bottom right base is really the only income that Classic has right now. Oh, he's taking this base. Dude, these drones are going to scout it. They're going to send some Lings over and kill it. What are you doing? That's not a good move by Classic. That is just kind of throwing money away. Lurkers. Yeah, low ground harassing. Yeah, drones come up and see it, and then Serral goes, oh, wait, what? Lings, go! Get it! Classic's gonna have... No, he doesn't... He has no ability to save this at all. Yeah, cancel, 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 cancel. Zealots don't want to fight this. They're gonna buy time, but the army's too slow to get up there. Yeah, I don't like... Nope, that's cancel. I don't like investing up there at all. Unless the army's gonna defend it. He's retaken this base. And now the Broodlords can jump on this guy. And I guess the army's in the general neighborhood of this one, so at least they can defend it. But if the Broodlords jump, like, bam, 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 that's a killed Nexus, or at least a canceled one. And look at that. Chomp, 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 chomp. Killed, not canceled. So Classic throwing away cash here for almost no value. I know he's got 3,000 minerals and 1,900 gas, but Serral's got more. He can afford to be less cost efficient. And if you're being not cost efficient, Classic, then you could definitely lose this game. You got to watch out for that. I love these High Templar defending an entirely useless base. I mean, I guess it makes drops into the main a little bit harder if this base exists, but otherwise, it's really no value. Retaking the base, Serral, he's only lost, you know, 11 hatcheries, a lair, and a hive today. 3 Nexuses have gone down, and some have been canceled, too. But we're dancing, man. We're at 35 minutes. We are dancing. We are dancing strong. Okay, canceled Nexus again, just because it's not defended. Classic comes in. The Psy Storm. Serral patiently getting out of there. Can't directly engage. We'll do some abducts. But we're not just going to stand there and fight you. That's how you lose games against Protoss. These Lings feel like there are enough of them to kill these cannons, at least draining the energy off the shield batteries. Oh, canceling the warp in too. No, canceling this warp in would be so big. Oh, he does it. He cancels the second warp in. He has to do a recall to this base. It's like, oh, my 2 earlier abilities to instantly warp in army to a base that I'm not defending didn't work. The third one will be fine. God, Protoss is so good that way. So strong that one way. I'm not saying Protoss is overpowered, but man, the ability to be like warp in, recall. It is like, oh, this undefended base is now incredibly defended. How nice. Yeah, this base getting warped in again too. And yeah, look at these Lings. I mean, the Changelings see that the army is right there, so they're going to go actually down this way. Oh, this run out is good. One Psy Storm is going to ruin this. There it is. They want the cannons anyway. No, shield battery has new energy. Absolutely not allowed. Classic shuts that down quite nicely. Resources lost, 57 and 56. Dude, Serral's only 1,000 resources lost above Classic right now. That is insanity. That is some incredible play. Yeah, I think Serral's going to win this thing. From 37 minutes, I'm staring at it. I'm analyzing it. I'm looking at the numbers, and I think Serral's got this. Especially if he remains patient. Especially if he uses Vipers to abduct carriers a couple at a time. Get free kills on those and not lose too much in the process. Was that an OBS? Looks like that was an OBS that got killed. Yeah, Classic's just blind to the northern side of the map right now. I mean, Serral's blind to the southern half of the map, except for this one Changeling. So, 2 Changelings. So it's fair. 3 Changelings. That's so good. That is so good to have those Changelings in those 3 attack paths. Yeah, Serral's being patient. Classic, being patient. Right side base. All that's left is gas, and that's almost gone. 300 and 200 gas there. This base mining desperately. 27 to 15 workers here. Income is favoring Serral by a decent amount. But Classic's got these bases back, and in the end, I think he's probably going to take most, if not all, of the resources off of these 2. Which he needs to do if he's going to win. Fungal, Neural Parasite. Storm on the Infestor. Oracle makes it out of there with its life. You don't often get Neural Parasited by a Serral Infestor and make it out of there with your life. Not usually how that works, because that's impressive. More Revelation tossed and tagged down. Archon, Tempest. Big hits against those Broodlords. Broodlords were given a bit of a speed buff, mostly for running away purposes, I think, because Tempest hit them so hard. If you can't run, you're gonna die. More Corruptors, more Infestor. Serral using his freed up supply for those units. And just, there you go. Gets a Tempest. Just patient. Just nibbling at the edges. Okay, and Tempest versus Tempest with the Neural there. Man, Tempest don't do as much damage to other Tempests as you would think. There you go. 1 Tempest down, 2 Tempest down. He's whittling it down on Classic. 1,000 minerals, 1,000 gas. Classic cannot rebuild carriers or Tempests for very much longer. Not with these bases mining out. Not with 1 probe on this base. Under 1,000 minerals compared to Serral 6,600 and 5,400. Serral is being as patient as you can possibly be here at the Esports World Cup. He knows how much cash is on the line if he wins this thing, and gotta beat Classic if you're gonna get there. He knows it. He feels it in his bones. Yeah, I mean, I don't know these bases really provide any threat to Serral right now. There's not enough left at him. I love using High Templar to kill Changelings. I mean, they've got that basic attack. It doesn't do anything, but Changelings have no HP anyway, so it's kind of a match made in heaven that way. Not doing much overkill. Yeah, Vipers, full on energy. Wait. Yeah, full on energy. Yeah, being able to consume that energy off of those buildings is so nice. You almost got that cannon. The army just kind of faints over this way, and the lurkers are like, we'll be good. We'll be good. Don't kill us, please. Creep tumors. Nope. Absolutely not. I'm surprised he's not putting more than 1 probe on minerals over here. I feel like he's got these guys. Check it out. These probes exist. They could go get some minerals over this way instead of hanging out. But he's not doing it. Ah, sniping the obs, eating almost like half a storm for that. Ugh. Free Broodlord is not free. It gets out of there. It's tanky enough to survive a couple Tempest hits. Lurkers versus Cannon. Bam, Lurkers. They still not have... They still don't have +3 attack. None of the ground things have 3 anything. It's all 2. Fungal, fall back. Fungal, fall back. Broodlords get some shots off, fall back. Corruptors come in, snipe a couple things, fall back. Falling back is the name of the game here. Oracle's getting picked off. And Parasitic Bomb tossed in there as well. Now there's the commit, but the Archons are getting so much damage off on the Corruptors. Gets the mothership. The Neural Parasite is great, but where's the follow-up? Yo! I don't know about that engagement. This base actually dies to Lurkers. Classic is... What happened to Serral's money? He just made 51 Corruptors is where his money went. He just used his bank to make 51 Corruptors to deal with his giant Sky army. He can get enough money to get ground stuff as necessary. He still has some Broodlords, so he's got both covered. This is not a situation where he makes too many Corruptors and doesn't have enough to deal with the ground army that's left over from the Protoss. Dude, this base being dead by Classic is so terrible. It is really bad. He's pulling gas off of this geyser. There's only 100 gas there. Corruptors, bam, carrier down. Bam, carrier down. Chaos on display here. And the Archons are doing what they can, but the Corruptors just do not care. They wipe out everything in the sky. It's 136 to 47 supply. I think Serral has done it, as I predicted about 10 minutes ago. Anyone paying attention to the game state probably knew what was happening there, but yeah, a bunch of Archons left, 1 Tempest being produced at a time. This is not happening for Classic. Caustic Spray to finish off that Nexus. This base doesn't exist. He, well, forces some Stalkers to warp in with the remaining of Classic's army because... But yeah, I mean, the Broodlords here. The Broodlords can win. There's 12 Broodlords in the sky. The army is 7 Archons and 4 Stalkers and some High Templar. With some decent Broodlord micro, Serral's still being really patient. And maybe too cautious, in my opinion. The Terran music kicks into full screen. Their screen full steam. There's not a Terran on the screen right now. Retaking this top left base. Serral, I mean, trying to make this sound exciting here at 44 minutes, but Serral's just, you know, getting as much money as he can. He knows Classic doesn't have any more income, really. The Archons are being extremely brave. Yeah, that hatch can die. Serral doesn't care about that one. This hatch can die. Serral doesn't care about it either. Just, you know, hanging out, defending his base that actually has money coming from it with his 6 drones remaining. Now, a fungal on this group and then a Broodlord attack will kill pretty much all of it, and I think that's what Serral is setting up for. Okay, but also losing some Corruptors there for free. I mean, there's nothing to kill for the Corruptors. So whatever. I like that Classic is just on a rampage. He's killed a bunch of hatcheries today. He's like, I killed 16 hatcheries, Falcon. No, 17. 18 if you count the lair and the hive, which I should. Where's my free win? Well, unfortunately, coupon is sometimes not valid when you're playing against Serral, I'm afraid. Especially not if he gets the entire right side gold base on this map for the entire game. I mean, it died a couple times, but really, it didn't really matter. Did it? More Overlords from Serral. He is so worried about these Archons. He's got 12 Broodlords. I think Fungal doesn't affect the Archons, though. Okay. He's like, I guess I'll kill your tech, then? And the Broodlords go, blah, blah, blah. How about an Archon dies? How about a Fungal? Oh, the Fungal does affect the Archons. I thought it didn't affect massive stuff. Maybe Archons aren't. Massive? Okay, whatever. Good to know, man. And yeah, here's the death. Here's the slow death. The Fungal Broodlord combo of all time. A little bit of Psy Storm. Classic's getting chased into a corner, and he tries to get out of here with a recall. And does get out of there. Nobody additional dies. Oh, he leaves the High Templar behind. It gets chomped up. This Stalker dies, and then Classic GG's. He recalls bottom left, and now he comes up for the base. Does he have an obs left? I don't think he does. Ah! He doesn't have an observer. It died. Okay. Wow, now lurkers are impossible to beat, and Classic is just sort of doing his best with what he's got, man. Did music die? Come back, music! Anyway, GG Classic! Taps out, and Serral gets the win in 47 minutes and 11 seconds. Woo! What a game. Like, what an absolutely fantastic game. Wow. All right. Well, that was a ton of fun. That was an absolutely fantastic, beautiful, beautiful showing there from Serral. The patience was extraordinary. Serral ends up losing 85,000 resources, but Classic loses 84,000. That is ideal from the Zerg in a PvZ every time. 4 Nexuses down, 18 hatcheries died today, and like at least 2 were canceled. So that's 20 hatcheries killed by Classic, and he couldn't pull it off, man. The patience. He just never engaged unless he knew he was going to win. He didn't engage until he was going to kill every carrier and every Tempest, and that was all he cared about. If he couldn't do it, he wasn't going to try. And he didn't. He abducted, he fungled, he poked around, he flirted, he attacked, he counterattacked, and then when the moment was right, he pounced. Yeah, killing those Nexuses, killing 117 probes is pretty good. 91 drones died too, but a lot of them died after. It didn't matter anymore, I think. Anyway, that was a lot of fun. What a great Sunday cast that was. I hope you enjoyed it. Because that's going to be it for me. Way to go, Serral, dude. Just the patience. Classic couldn't do much about it. And that's the win. It just takes an extraordinary amount of patience. I would have jumped on that army and lost everything and then complained that Protoss was OP. That's how I would have played it. And that's why I'm not Serral. It's the patience. So hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, Twitch, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.